Peace and blessings, family. This is Brother Ministeralif. I would like to ask you the question that Allah asked his messenger on February 20th, 1934. Will you sit at that home and wait for that mystery God to bring you food? Think about that for a moment. The messenger explained that emphatically no. Me and my people have been lost from home for over 379 years, have tried this so-called mystery God, and we received nothing but a hard time. Truly, we received a hard time. Hunger, nakedness, out of doors. Also, we suffered police brutality. The message explained we was also beaten and killed by the very ones who advocated that kind of God. Who were these people? They were the 10%, the rich, the slave makers of the poor, who teach our people lies. Why do black people believe such incredible, superstitious, and spooky things? I understand that we was raised in organized religion, but we have to come out of that spooky stuff into the realization that we have to do something for ourselves. We make and unmake ourselves. We're going to have to pave a whole new system into operation if we intend to survive the hells of North America. Let us wake up. The process has begun.
Assalamu alaikum. It's Brother Minister Alif Allah, and I am pleased to have with us today in my humble abode our beloved brothers who came to travel and see us, our beloved brother Minister Malik Allah, and our beloved brother Captain Rasulullah. They came to visit me today like the two angels came to visit in the book of Genesis. And we were just having some fun earlier, stuff we can't, tell y'all all about. This brother's talk, you know what I mean? But we got to come together and know how to make things happen instead of waiting for things to happen. But today we just want to build with y'all a little bit on our upcoming December Ramadan. For those of you that are not familiar with the Nation of Islam teachings by Messenger Elijah Muhammad regarding December Ramadan, we want to just give you a brief overview and a recap of Ramadan. And as a minister, I always like to personally make sure that I'm clear that just because we're talking about December Ramadan, please do not misinterpret or mistranslate this to mean that we're anti anyone that may not Ramadan in the month of December. We understand in Nation of Islam, you have some brothers and sisters that theologically and spiritually Ramadan with the Sunni community or the Orthodox Muslims during that month of Ramadan. And you have some people that Ramadan in both. But what we're here to simply do is just look at Messenger Elijah Muhammad's original and divine and direct teachings from How to Eat to Live, Book 1, and How to Eat to Live, Book 2, written by the Messenger of Allah for our guidance in this day and time. So we just want to spark a few Jews and share some of this supreme wisdom with you. We'd like to open up in a brief prayer. Would you do the honors for us, brother? Open up in a little prayer?
Of course. I'd like to open up in the most holy name of Allah, who appeared in the divine person of Master Father Muhammad. To whom all praise is due forever. We can never thank him enough for our one and only messenger, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. And we thank the most honorable Elijah Muhammad for his 40 plus years of hard soldiering and laboring among us to bring us to the point that we are in the here and now, 2016. As we carry this torch, we pray within and work without, that we are as successful as the Supreme Allah, Master Father Muhammad, and the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, in performing our duty to the masses of our people here in the Wilson, North America in particular, and those around the world in general. And that, I like to say, Assalamu alaikum, Assalamu Allah, peace God, peace goddess, to all of us.
Thank you, fella. Today, we would like to open up with the Messenger's first book, the Supreme Wisdom Book, but it's titled From God in Person, Master Farid Muhammad by Elijah Muhammad, Messenger of Allah, Book 1, How to Eat to Live. How to eat to live is the base or the foundation for many of the black nutritionists that we see in the past, present, as well as the future. This is the book, and these are the teachings, and Messenger Elijah Muhammad is that teacher that actually laid down for black people the premise about the importance of how to eat to live. A lot of people think that How to Eat to Live just covered don't eat pork. How to Eat to Live is a deep, powerful, spiritual science book. It teaches us about fasting, water. It teaches us about grafted foods. It teaches us about being a vegetarian by nature. It teaches us about the sciences of meat, fish, what vegetables we should eat, what fruits we should eat, how we should cook them, what we shouldn't cook. It teaches us about the importance of garlic and onions and what breads to eat, how to prepare the breads, what juices is good and what juices are not good, about coffee. It teaches us about natural medicines or herbs. It teaches us about every aspect dealing with the body temple. However, today we would just like to look at Ramadan. Ramadan, according to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, is a prescribed period or prescribed month, actually starting on December the 1st and going through the entire month of December, which is 31 days, where we are taught not to eat physically when the sun is up during that particular time. During that particular time, we are not to drink water or to think negative thoughts or to argue with each other or do anything that makes us other than our own selves. Our own selves are Muslims by nature. We don't become Muslims because we point our fingers. We don't believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as a spook or a spirit. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us in his last book, in Al Sayers Rab, page number 26, Allah is all of us. That means you. I mean, you see God or Goddess in the mirror. That's an important aspect of Messenger Elijah Muhammad's teachings. So the Honorable Elijah Muhammad gave us a worldview or premise. And part of that premise was this particular book on how to eat to live. And he taught us so much about the proper time to eat, between 4 and 6 p.m., to basically to eat one meal per day. That's the cycle that he gave us for each of the seasons at different times. 4 p.m., of course, it gets dark in the winter at 4, all the way in the summertime to don't eat after 6 p.m. And that science prevents diseases. It extends the length of our physical lives. As the Bible teaches, human beings are supposed to live for 1,000 earth years, 365 days, 5 hours, 48 minutes, and 46 seconds each. Some of Messenger Elijah Muhammad's teachings, and then we're going to open up the floor for some questions, comments, and suggestions. He says on page number 45 in How to Eat to Live, book number 1, why and how we fast in December. I have chosen for quite a few years the month of December for my followers to fast as in the month of Ramadan. It serves as a sign that we, the lost and found nation, are the end of all signs pertaining to the pilgrimage and fasting in the month of Ramadan. We fast the 12th month of the Christian year to relieve ourselves of having once worshipped that month as the month in which Jesus was born. It is now known and agreed upon by the scholars and scientists of religion that nothing of the kind took place 2,000 years ago. Jesus was born not in the month of December, but rather as God has revealed. It is better for your health, however, to eat one meal after dark. Keep up prayer, and let us all be grateful to Allah for his coming in the person of Master Fard Muhammad throughout the month of December and every month. And during this month, let there be no quarreling or disputing in our homes or abroad. All praises are due to Allah for our first, last, and only messenger, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, for blessing us with that divine prescription to help heal our savage and mentally dead condition, to help the black man and woman around the world elevate themselves into the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of our own. So my brothers, I would like to pass the mic over to our beloved brother Captain Rasu. The people ain't hear from you, and you could just give them a few words and thoughts concerning Ramadan, and you can ask any questions or make any comments that you may have about Ramadan.
Yes, salam Allah, brothers and sisters. My name is Captain Rashiullah, the Supreme Angel. First thing I want to explain about Ramadan, as it was taught to us from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, is that when you are doing Ramadan, how I do my Ramadan, I fast and we only eat at night. And Ramadan is a form of betterment and development for me. So if I have a habit that I want to get rid of, and I would go on a fast on Ramadan, I would try to fast on it, pray on it, and stop that habit. I gain the strength to get rid of that habit. And next year when we have next Ramadan, if I have another habit that I want to work on, I'll work on that habit. It's nothing spooky. So it's just about the betterment and development of being a Muslim. When you fast, I do believe that prayer is necessary, and no quarreling, like the brother said, no arguing, fighting, none of things of that sort. No negative interactions. Try to keep yourself in a clear state of mind if you can, as much as possible. Is all for the development of yourself, growth spiritually, mentally, physically. You know, when you fast, it has even a appearance that could help your appearance. It gives you energy. There's a lot of benefits with fasting, and being taught the way we fast is the best way to fast. So, like I just said, you want to better yourself in whatever it is that you see that you have flaw with, or that you see that's negative. So you want to wean out the negative after you come back from your fast. You just don't want to fast, because fasting is just abstaining from food. Mm-hmm. So you want to make sure that after the Ramadan process is over with, that you made a change for that year, and then the following year you make another change. And that's how we fast in the Nation of Islam as a Supreme Angel. And I'm gonna say peace. You know, stay safe. I hope all the Muslims of the Nation of Islam have a successful fast, and lay hold to the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, which was taught by the Master Fard Muhammad, Allah in person, and also to the MGTs and junior FOIs and senior FOIs. Stay strong, the struggle continue. Stay blessed, stay positive, and most of all, stay in tune. Peace.
Peace. That's right. That was beautiful. You know what I mean? We're going to turn to How to Live, book number 2, written in 1972, where the messenger teaches some theological principles. I want to quote the messenger on this because as a minister, one of the things I'm real conscious of is the careful observation of duty of FOIs and MGTs as it relates to the direct and original divine teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I don't want you to confuse what ministers say and misinterpret what I may say, or another minister or a captain or a secretary, or lieutenant or a squad leader, what have you, would say, and confuse our words as though our words are the authority. Our words only contain light or wisdom and power and force if they echo the divine and direct teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Otherwise, you're going to get led astray, confused. You're going to misinterpret and misunderstand the spiritual sciences that the messenger taught us. So let us look at a few things here. All right. First of all, the messenger teaches us on page number 46 of How to Live, book 2. This isn't book 1, this is book 2 right here. He says, when fasting is practiced for good, good results will follow. But if we fast, as the Bible mentions in Isaiah, just for debate, our fast is no good. So as the brother Captain was saying, it's important that when we fast, we don't argue, dispute. You know, we ain't trying to beef with nobody. The messenger told us the angels ain't here to satisfy vain curiosity. The angels shut the doors behind them. You know what I mean? It's like, you don't believe, hey, my job is not to make you hear, go forbid. Our job is simply just to deliver the clear message. We like simply telling you, look, God Elijah Muhammad told us this. You know what I mean? I don't believe that. As long as you know that the civilized did that duty in trying to teach the uncivilized. I did my job. Your blood is not on my hands. Okay? So we don't want to argue, because when you fasting, and we use the word fasting loosely, we use it in the colloquial sense and in just the general layman terms, because we're conscious that fasting in Arabic is Sawmi, and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us in this book that actually, divinely, there is no fast set for the children of light, and our fasting ceases. He said, however, and it's important for FOIs and MDTs to understand, however, his thing is, however, as long as we are under Yaqub's children, meaning as long as the devil's still ruling, we must, it's imperative, we must fast in the month of December, okay? He also explained to us that fasting, like an official fast, Sawmi, takes 2 to more days. So the messenger teaches us that when we Ramadan is like the month of July in summer in America. So Ramadan is just a month in the Arab calendar. It just means summertime. That's the summer month, okay? It simply means excessive heat or purification, all right? It's like someone being purified, you know what I mean, through the struggle. So Ramadan is not considered a fast or Sawmi. Ramadan in Arabic is Ramadan. In English, it means purification or excessive force. All right. However, Sawmi means fasting, or Sawm means fast. Okay. That is 2 or more days in the Nation of Islam. So you can say, okay, I didn't eat or drink anything for 24 hours. That's not a fast to the messenger or the FOIs and the GTs, okay? You say, I didn't eat or drink anything for 30 hours. That's still not a fast in the Nation of Islam. It takes 48 hours or more to officially or technically be considered a fast. But I use the word fasting, the captain used the word fasting, the minister Malik, the messenger used the word fasting because we're trying to keep it simple and keep it plain. You know what I mean? So we want you to understand that we're trying to make this truth so simple a baby can understand it. All right? So let me turn to a quote from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Because the messenger has so many jewels in this one book. I love this book too. Shoot. Love book 1 and 2, but book 2 goes into the science. You know what I mean? Whew. All right, let me quote the lamb here. All right. The messenger says, we turn to abstaining from eating in the daylight hours during the month of December. This is in no way a fast. Quote him again. This is in no way a fast. What is he talking about? He says, quote, we turn to abstaining from eating in the daylight hours during the month of December. So when Ramadan in December, he said, quote, this is in no way a fast. When we abstain from food for so short a time as for early morning until after sundown and darkness begins to appear, we cannot call this a fast. For we are eating the same way that we have always been eating. Right. One meal in that day. It is no fast to me, meaning Messenger Elijah Muhammad. He says, I quote, it is no fast to me and to my followers. Now, if you're not his followers, it could be a fast to you. Right. But if you're a student follower of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Ramadan is not a fast to you. It could be a fast to our Sunni brothers and sisters. It could be a fast to our New Age brothers and sisters. It could be a fast to those deluded brothers and sisters. But to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and his followers, it is in no way a fast. He said it is no fast to me and to my followers to eat a meal after Sunday. We cannot call it a fast. A fast, now he's going to give us some science. He's going to give us a definition. A fast should be from 2 to 3 days without eating food. If we are seeking spiritual advancement, we should fast for 3 days. In the case of the Orthodox Muslims worshiping Ramadan by not eating till after sunset and darkness approaches, they can eat all night long if they want to into the next morning at dawn. They call this. We don't call it. They call this a fast. Okay? They say they do this in the month of Ramadan because Ramadan is the month in which the Holy Quran was revealed to Muhammad. But, it would have be you true. But, the way that I understand Scripture, not Ali, not Rasul, not Malik, the way the messenger Elijah Muhammad understands Scriptures, he said, but the way that I understand Scripture, it teaches us that Muhammad received the Holy Quran over a period of 23 years. I'm going to make me break this mic. Muhammad did not receive the Holy Quran in one night on one day. And if he received the whole Holy Quran in the month of Ramadan, why fast in that month?
That's right.
Good question there. Why fast in that month? What am I talking about with the Sunnis? Using the lunar calendar. Our moon, 243,000 miles away from the planet Earth. Out about there, Kamar, the moon. We use the sun, Al Shan. You know what I mean? That sun, 93 million miles away from the planet Earth. 2,679,785 miles circumference. 850,000 miles in hand. 426,500 miles in radius. Light travels 186,000 miles per second. Since the sun is 93 million miles away from the planet Earth, equal to 150 million kilometers, it takes the sun what? That's what Muhammad said. It takes the sun 8 minutes and 20 seconds. Exactly 500 seconds to reach Earth. And we can do this for fun, you see? But the messenger teaches is giving us this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. He said if we are given what we want, Holy Quran in that month, without fasting. I cannot understand why we should fast in the month of Ramadan, for the first revelation of the Holy Quran was already given in that month without fasting. It would look more proper for us, not I, not me, not you, but the messenger about himself and the nation of Islam. He said it would look more proper for us to be rejoicing over the great salvation, Holy Quran, that Allah God sent to us in the month of Ramadan. If you can convince me, maybe if you can convince Messenger Elijah Muhammad, you definitely can't convince Brother Ali. I'm not Ramadaning with no spooky laws, no spookies. Nah. You're not mixing truth with falsehood with me. You're not giving me a mystery God attached to the reality of God. I know the black man is God. So we're going to keep it simple. He said, if you can convince me it is necessary to fast in the month of Ramadan because of Muhammad receiving the Holy Quran or the first revelation of the Holy Quran, then I will go along with it. However, since the Quran was revealed over a period of years, I am very much baffled in trying to understand why we should fast in the month of Ramadan. We should be rejoicing because of receiving the Holy Quran, and we should teach others to rejoice throughout the month of Ramadan. If it is because the Holy Quran was revealed in that month, of course, this is the Arab way. Of course, this is the Arab way. Okay? The message teaches us the Arabs are going to have to answer for their own self, because the Arabs also put us in slavery. He said, but I do say that it is not necessary to fast to get something that you have already received. We should all thank Allah and be grateful to Allah God for giving us the truth, or the great revelation, Holy Quran, that will guide us into a clearer truth than we have had in the past. So the messenger teaches us that this is a unique teaching here. And this particular teaching that he blessed us with is a teaching that teaches us that we're consciously not Ramadaning the way the Arabs do. Even though the Holy Quran teaches us in Surah 2, if you're sick or you're on a journey, the prescribed period can be made up days later. The message teaches us how people are more than 9,000 miles away from home. We're not in Africa or in the East. He teaches us how people are mentally dead, or we're suffering from mental slavery in the hells of North America. Therefore, we're not even obligated to Ramadan or fast the way the Orthodox or the Sunni Muslims or the Shia Muslims or the Ahmadiyya Muslims or whatever 70 different sects of Muslims in the world there may be that made Ramadan at the sighting of the crescent moon. When we look at that crescent moon, we look at that as a symbol of the new Islam, Al-Jadi Islam, as taught by Messenger Elijah Muhammad, representing equality. So this is why we Ramadan in the month of December, because the messenger taught us to do so. And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, in his infinite wisdom, explained to us that there is going to be a time when we don't have to Ramadan in the month of December. And he explained to us when that time would be. And as I said earlier, that time is when the devil or the Caucasians is no longer ruling over the darker nations of the earth. This is 2016. Asiatic year 15,101.
Peace and blessings, family. This is Brother Minister Alifullah. I'm at home chilling. And today I just want to share with you an understanding on the greetings during Ramadan. And some people sent emails asking why we say Ramadan Allah during the month of December. And basically, in traditional Islam, or Orthodox Islam, Sunni Islam, if you will, they say Ramadan Mubarak, Ramadan Kareem. And basically, they're giving a blessed feast and an honorable feast. But as Supreme Angels of Master Fard Muhammad, in dealing with the reality of God, the reality of Allah, basically teaching that the black man is God, the black man is Allah, that the mind is the creator, that the creator is the energy, that's synonymous. What we're doing is we're revealing that mystery God and showing and proving to the world that is nothing spooky. Everything is based on universal truth, universal law, what we call mathematics. We add, we multiply, we divide, we subtract. So basically, we're saying Ramadan Allah. We're saying Allah Ramadan in return. So basically, we say Salam Allah, Allah Salam. What we're doing is we're keeping it on your consciousness that there's no mystery Allah, there's no mystery God, that we're only Muslims by nature. We're not Muslims by faith. We don't point our finger to become a Muslim. We submit to universal mathematics. We believe in Master Fard Muhammad, to whom all praises are due forever, and his first, last, and only messenger, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, and we openly testify that the black man is God.